Okay, stream number 1. We're gonna take over the internet. Yeah, this is harder than I thought. Hello, my name is Terry and welcome to Creator Central, the channel that helps you create content that you're proud of. It sucks to stream to nobody. You put so much time and energy into your content and then when nobody turns up, it can be devastating. Stick around to the end of this video though, and I'm going to teach you how to stop streaming to nobody. I'm going to teach you how to get your first ever viewers, your first ever audience. First of all, let me tell you that you are not alone. So many people stream to nobody, and in fact a lot of people stream to nobody for a long time. On top of that, there are so many people who quit in this phase because this is very, very difficult. This stage is incredibly difficult to get out of. So a lot of people actually quit before they ever manage to get out of it. So with that in mind, just know that it is something that everybody goes through. It's not because you're bad or your content is bad. This is something that we all have to deal with. We all have to overcome this, and a lot of people actually don't overcome this. So if you are taking the steps to watch YouTube videos and get advice on how to get over this, you are already putting yourself ahead of a lot of people, trust me. Lots of people think that it's too late or that it's too difficult in 2019 to grow a channel. I'm here to tell you that that's not true. So if you're one of those people who streams to nobody, watch this video, put these tips into practice, and they will help you. Let me know down in the comments below if you put any of these tips into practice and it has helped your channel out. So tip number 1, choose the right category. A lot of people who start out on Twitch start off as gamers, and that's fine, but a lot of people pick games that are really bad for beginners. To explain what I mean, we need to understand the directory. For the majority of people looking for new streamers to watch, they browse the directory. And for most of those people, it is sorted from highest amount of viewers down to lowest amount of viewers. Now, Twitch did implement a new feature recently which allows you to reverse that, but most people don't use that. Most people browse Twitch with the standard top to bottom sorting, and that's absolutely fine. So, knowing that, bearing that in mind, what does this mean for you as a brand new streamer? What this means for you as a brand new streamer is that the more people who are streaming in a game category, the less likely it is that anybody's going to find your channel. This is why the game that you choose is incredibly important. Games like Fortnite, PUBG, League of Legends, even Overwatch are incredibly saturated. They may have the most viewers, but they also have the most streamers trying to stream it. And so this floods that category with lots and lots and lots of different channel pages. And this makes it even more difficult for you as somebody with 0 viewers to stand out. And in my opinion, it's best to avoid these games altogether when you're brand new. Now, on the other hand, you don't want to stream a game that has nobody viewing it. I find it's best to find a game that is sort of middle of the road. And what I mean by that is a game that has, a good amount of people watching it, but as least amount of people streaming it. And that can be very, very difficult to find a game like that. But if you're taking those examples of Fortnite and League of Legends, you're in the worst case scenario. So just have a think about the game that you are streaming. But the key is go and actually look in that directory and see how many people are streaming that game. Actually go and click on it and have a look. What are the chances that your channel is going to be found in this category? And what you need to do to work that out is look at how many people are there, how many pages there are, and remember that you're going to be right down at the bottom. How long is it going to take for somebody to scroll down and find a 0 viewer stream, which is what your stream is? And ask yourself this, are you going to scroll down that far? If it's pages and pages, probably not. Remember, your aim here isn't to have thousands of viewers, not yet. Your aim here is to grab the attention of a few people, and that's much easier to do in a less saturated category. There are websites that can help you with this. There are websites that can help you figure out which games are more saturated or less saturated and when, but don't worry about that, not yet. You don't need to. What you need to be doing is going to the directory yourself, clicking on browse, having a look at some games, and seeing how many people are in that game before you decide whether to stream it or not. So now that you've chosen your perfect game, what are your next steps? How do you grab people from that game into your stream? Well, on Twitch, you only really have one way of standing out, and that is your title. You can't really change your thumbnail, and at the moment, nobody probably knows your name. So really, the only control you have over getting people into your stream is your title. And this makes titles incredibly important. Remember, people don't know how great your stream or your overlays are yet. They don't care about that. What they care about is finding a stream that interests them. And one of the best ways you can do that is by putting on a compelling and engaging and exciting or an attention-grabbing title. Your stream title is a fantastic opportunity to sell your stream. Lots of people put very generic or bland titles such as chill stream, come hang out, let's chat, or even worse, just the name of the game that they're streaming. And in fact, I've actually seen people before with no title at all. I don't even know how they did it, but they had no title whatsoever. This is just such a waste of an opportunity. This is the first opportunity you have to grab somebody's attention. And if you're not utilizing that, somebody else is, and they're going to get the viewer and you're not. The aim of your title should be to tell potential viewers something about your stream in one sentence. Give them a reason to check out your stream. Are you hilarious? Tell them. Do you have a specific goal for your stream? Tell people. Do you have a specific conversation that you want to talk about? Or do you have something special and exciting you're doing that nobody else is doing? Great, put it in your title, let people know. Remember, no matter what game you pick, whether that's a saturated one or a non-saturated one, you are always going to be competing with somebody, and you have to sell your stream. You have to convince people that your stream is the one that is worth checking out, not this other person's. So you might be thinking, but hey, I've seen other streamers with really generic and bland titles, and they've got thousands of viewers. That's true, but they already have an established audience. They already have people that will tune in no matter what their title is, no matter what they're doing. They have their established audience already. You don't have that luxury, so you have to think differently, and you have to use every opportunity you can to grab those new viewers, grab their attention, reel them in with a fantastic title. Now, this third tip is a power tip. This is something that a lot of brand new streamers overlook, but it is something that is really, really easy to do and will help you out a lot. Remember how earlier we were talking about the directory and how it is sorted by views? Well, sitting at 0 viewers can actually potentially be harmful for your growth. And what I mean by this is when somebody is browsing through that directory, if they see you are sat at 0 viewers, they might think that there's a reason for that. They might subconsciously think, nobody's watching this channel, it must be a bad channel. Now, I know that's really unfair because you haven't had the opportunity to prove yourself yet and you really want to, but you have to remember from a viewer mindset, they don't care about that, they care about finding entertaining content. So you have to prove that you are good, and it does feel a little bit like sometimes if you're sat at 0 viewers that there might be a reason for that. Now, I know this isn't fair that you are sat at 0 viewers, you're brand new, it's not your fault, but there is something that you can do that can immediately put you on 1 viewer over 0, and that's having a bot in your stream. Now, I don't mean viewbotting. Viewbotting is bad, you should never do that, it's against TOS. But what I do mean is having a chatbot, and having that chatbot sat in your chat. Most of us get bots to do things like shoutouts, moderation, currency, and custom commands. But what a lot of people don't realize is that that chatbot actually counts as a viewer. If you set it up correctly, it will count as a viewer, and that's immediately putting you from 0 viewers to 1. So not only are you 1 step up that theoretical ladder, you are putting yourself above everybody that's streaming to 0 people. And in some cases, that can be a huge deal. But even further to that, why stop at a bot? Knowing that your first few viewers are so impactful for getting you up that directory, making you look like you're worth watching, why not grab a few other people in there? So something that a lot of people don't take into consideration is friends and family. Why don't you ask some close friends if they have Twitch accounts to come and hang out with you on Twitch? And if you, your family or your friends, they don't have Twitch accounts, then offer to set one up for them. I found that people are quite often very willing to help you out if it takes half an hour out of their day and it doesn't cost them anything. Quite a lot of people will be willing to just come and say hey, even if it's just for half an hour. They will come and sit in your chat, they will say hey, they will check out your stream, sometimes they even ask questions about what you're doing, and that's really good because that gives you an opportunity to start engaging with chat. Doesn't matter that you know them, it matters that you are learning those basic skills that you're going to have to learn. And while they're doing that and while you're chatting, anybody that does come across your stream, you look better because you look like you're chatting to a chat. It looks like somebody else has chosen your stream, so they must have chosen it for a reason, so I'll choose it also. You have to get into that mindset. There is this snowball effect on Twitch where the more people watch you, the more people will think you're worth watching, and that can be very unfair for brand new streamers, but it's just the reality of it. So every little advantage you can give yourself within the realms of TOS and within the realms of not cheating, you should absolutely be doing. So this next piece of advice might be a little bit controversial for some, but I truly believe that when you're starting out, you're brand new and you have 0 audience, that you should be streaming as often as you can. Now, you don't need to be doing 24-hour streams. This is something that I personally don't think is a really good idea, especially when you're newer. You can do them for charity streams or special events, that's fine. But as a brand new streamer, you're not going to have that stamina. You might be able to think that you can do this for a long time. Trust me, you won't be able to. A lot of established streamers struggle to do a 24-hour stream. There's no way you're going to be able to do it. Don't over-stream yourself like that. But what I mean is the longer you are sat in that directory for, statistically, the more likely it is that somebody's going to find your channel. So the more that you can go live within a week, the better. Now, if you're going live once a week, you are going to grow very slowly and it's going to be difficult for you. If you're going live 5 times a week, it is much more likely that somebody is going to find you. Now, of course, depending on your life situation, you may have a job, you may have a family, whatever, you have responsibilities, that's absolutely fine. But the more that you can do, even if that's an hour a day, the more that you can do, the more likely you are to start to gather that momentum and get some new viewers and get your first viewers engaging with your stream. Those have been my tips to gain your very first viewers on Twitch. Let me know if you have found anything in this video useful. Like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks onto how to make content that you're proud of.